Extracting venom from a snake is a risky business, but for reptile specialist Carl Barden, it's all in a day's work. Barden and his assistant Denise Abro force snakes to produce venom by holding their heads over a glass. Barden invites the public to watch the extraction sessions at the Reptile Discovery Center in Central Florida. He says he hopes this will help make people feel less afraid of snakes.
Snakes invoke all kinds of emotions, fear, hostility, clearly misunderstanding, I think, is probably the most common one. We meet people who absolutely loathe snakes, who hate them.
Kathy Walsh brought her grandson to see the venom extraction.
My grandson was initially pretty scared of snakes, but he just loved it, and he just had a good time with it.
But Barden says the increased number of giant invasive species has heightened public fear of snakes. Burmese pythons and boa constrictors are both now reproducing in the wild in Florida, and the Florida Everglades is home to tens of thousands of the snakes that thrive in the warm climate. Art Roybal from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service says the creatures have already shown up in metropolitan areas and could migrate to other parts of the U.S.
There have been a few instances where the Miami Venom Unit has responded to snakes in urban areas.
Miami snake handler Albert Killian says even in the most controlled situations, some species can pose a risk to humans.
We've had incidences here, even in the United States, where people actually worked in zoos and these large constrictors have actually grabbed them and constricted them and actually killed them.
She is very dry and very smooth.
Carl Barden keeps about 40 species of snakes at his lab at the Reptile Discovery Center. They include species from Africa, Asia, and the Americas, such as cobras, diamondbacks, vipers, and mambas. And he says, despite their reputation as killers, the venom he extracts from these snakes is used for healing. He sells the venom to make anti-venom and for research into heart disease and cancer treatments. Steve Mort for VOA News, DeLand, Florida.
Southeast Asia. The monocle cobra is still quite common.